Hello, I am a Shrimpchu. This is a sim speed build. Okay, so this is another one of those things I built before October, and you know, Spooktober planning had to happen. I'm not joking when I say I have a slight Sims build backlog. I like building. Anyway, I think I built this maybe in late September. I know I built it sort of split over 2 streams over my Twitch channel. Promo, casual mention, we'll never know. But I was in a real kick for like building commercial lots. Still have a few ideas for more, but you know, I just want to mix up, not always build a house, because I did get into like, you know what, maybe I should look through my builds and like, is it in my head at this point? Because I keep feeling like I was in such a building houses that were pretty similar. And then I was like, build a few more like non-residential lots. Build some replications from games and movies. I was like, woo. Anyway, though, so it's on the old Salt House lot. This is the old Salt House apartments now. Once I'm done here, it's 3 floors. There's the sort of entry level ground floor. There's no apartments there. That's all like various facilities, which we will get to. And then there are 2 floors of apartments. There are 8 apartments in total, so not a bad little build if you're like, yes, many households, or you know, get some club roommates in. Just it's spacious enough. There are 2 styles of apartment, and it's just them repeated. One is just a single bedroom apartment, and then there's this one here, which is a 2-bedroom apartment. So, you know, starting families or smaller families or couples or, you know, single sims, it's all good. And they're quite, like I said, 2 styles of apartment. The next floor up is literally just the same, with maybe a few slight layout changes. Like, I know I did little things like in each apartment. I think the sink is in a slightly different place in the kitchen, just so it's not completely identical, but still has that, yes, these are apartments. They're all built the same, and the furniture was probably bulk bought, and yes, vibes. Oh boy. I'm just like remembering like where I was in my mind when I was building this, because like the end of September, yeah, we had moved into our apartment for like about a month at that point, give or take a few days. And so I had apartments in the brain, and I remember I'd also been watching Kelly Stamp's like YouTube video on her hunt for an apartment, and that slightly inspires some of the features, and by that I mean some wall windows in this build. But I remember starting off building it, and it was like, I don't know if someone asked in the Twitch chat, like, is this going to be like fancy apartments or like rundown apartments? And I was like, good question. And I thought about it for a little bit, and then I was like, this is The Sims, let's be real. It's always going to be kind of fancy, even if we don't intend it to be. Because this isn't intended to be like, and the celebrities move into this apartment block. But it's just general, nice. Like the smaller apartments might be, you know, maybe a little on the cheaper side. It's just nice. Granted, you know, I've built a rundown apartment before. You can, like, yes, The Sims 4 doesn't have that much old looking stuff, but there's a few little things. I redecorated that one apartment as a rundown apartment for my little LP attempt. But that's fine. That's a whole other stuff and things. Oh, I remember these bathrooms, only because the toilet is at an angle. It's diagonal and it's square, and I just remember playtesting it like, please work. It was fine. So yeah, this lot is playtested. I will say we're not quite there yet, but you will notice there's a lot, not very much in the way of stairs, and a lot more in the way of lifts or elevators. So this was back when I discovered that there's a little hack, because if you've ever tried to build a little apartment or anything yourself, you'll know The Sims 4 does not want more than one lift/elevator on a lot. Does not want it, does not like it, no. But I discovered there's a little workaround where you can place more of them. It's not entirely like functional, because I've discovered the game doesn't want to save if you do it. You can upload it to the gallery though, but you just can't save, which was weird. Like, I get it, it's not meant to be there, I guess, it's meh. But I was like, come on guys, it's just a couple of duplicated lifts, it's not that bad, is it? And The Sims was like, no save for you. So from that functional gameplay perspective, yeah, but you know, I like to think it'll probably work out okay as placing a lot in a world and not like actively living there, like moving in some, I don't know, other Sims you're not playing with, or just having it as like a club hangout, whatever kind of thing, but not your like active household. Not sure, haven't like tested it other than in this build, because I sort of just went, yeah, okay, I tested it, moved on to my next idea, whatever that was. I say that because I know there was another big, or well, reasonably sized build. I was going to say that was also not residential. I know this one's residential, but it's residential with a twist. I built an actually not residential. I bought a I built a mall/shopping center, and it was pretty fun. I definitely feel like I want to build more in the future, because I liked its layout, but I also feel like, you know, with more practice things could get better. But yes, let's actually discuss what we're looking at, because of course there's a rooftop, but I make a little like general chill zone barbecue area on the rooftop, because name me a sitcom that features all the characters living in apartment buildings that doesn't, you know, have them hanging out on the roof at some point. Go on, because I'm genuinely curious, like, are there any that don't do that? Oh yeah, also because they're placing windows, and I remember this was whenever I was just starting to mess around with Tool a bit, and I did try to replicate the way there's the sort of sub-level windows at the front of the buildings, because I was trying to make it sort of match up with the other buildings around in the neighborhood, and I think it works reasonably okay. I was happy. We did have to sort of use the train tools and cover those up a little bit with plants around the edges, but that was fine. And yes, indoor gardening. Your Sims don't need to, you know, walk all the way up to the roof to find their little planter. They don't need to, I don't know, hang a plant pot at their window. They can have a nice inside garden area if they so choose, where the plants will be fine all year round. And it has a nice windowed, all the walls are windowed, as you may have noticed, goes all the way up, so it's just this nice sort of glass wall feature that looks down into nature from like all the floors. And obviously you saw the last part of the roof, like it gets daylight, it's chill. And then of course we have a gym with little toilets and shower area. The gym is definitely not so much for the gym itself, but just me thinking gym with all the glass like windowy wallness was what I definitely took from watching Kelly's Stamps video. That was like, yes. Suppose that, and just having a lot of like nice features, like, you know, this nice big laundry room. We also build a little sort of study computer area. There's a bit that I go with like, do I want to set up a little cafe, a coffee shop area thing? And then I was like, I don't know, that feels a bit weird. I mean, I've thought about it maybe in doing a different build that is literally, you know, apartment beside / over a coffee shop in more actual design, but you know, this one it felt a little off, so I ended up instead building a nice little daycare area. So I don't know, it's like reasonably nice apartments with all the luxury / extra necessity features. Oh yeah, there's a little storage, like maintenance cupboard area by the lifts. Also, because I forgot to mention this when I talked about the elevator thing before, there are 2 versions of this build in my gallery. One is the one where I messed around with the lift idea, and then the other is where I, you know, built a perfectly nice, fits with the space and themes and colors and whatnot, staircase instead of the lift. So, you know, you can have the experimental one, or you can have the one that's, it's fine, we have staircases, everything's okay. You know what? Looking around just for doing the hallways and placing all of the little tables around and stuff, it felt so weird, because I was thinking, especially like in any apartment building I've been in, I'm just like, no, everything's just kind of empty hallway, leads to doors. But it would feel so weird to leave it empty in The Sims, so I was like, it's okay, this is slightly fancier, we'll just put some tables and put some decorations. And then, you know, I ended up with a fish tank and a sofa out here, but you know, we already have a dedicated, like, library study room area, so it's fine, this is The Sims, things are happening. Like, you already have, there's dedicated daycare in the building. It's pretty good. And like a daycare that has the little like playpen area and the inside like room area. If I ever actually play with this build, I'm gonna have so much fun, I don't know, setting up like a daycare club to just be like, yes, they'll hang out there, and I'll see if I can somehow lock doors for Sims I wouldn't be actively playing. Yeah, we'll figure it out. But like I said, this is just me going to go play test this and, you know, noticing the little things that I haven't noticed. Oh yeah, and whenever I was using Tool, because I use Tool, that's right, to do that bookcase thing, just to be a little cool. And again, like I said, I was just messing around with Tool and I was like, a little flipped bookcase design detail. Sounds like a good, simple starting point. It got there. The windows were maybe a little less tricky, or just temperamental with my patience. Yeah, that was also the issue, like it just does not like functioning with a lot with those lifts. It was like, you stay here with all these lifts, or you leave here with only one. The game made no doubts. Also, there is a little ladder. I nearly said lift again. There's little ladder segments up beside the lift if you do try to download the lift one, or want to like get the lift one and just be like, woo, ladders. Of course, in the one where we have a staircase, there's no ladders. It's just the staircase. I put some of the coat racks and stuff around the staircase. It's fine. It works. And welcome to the rooftop picnic barbecue area. I'm a little too happy about this. It's nice, you know? I just pictured the Sims bringing up their little coolers, and it's like the whole apartment block just gets up there to chill and, you know, cook some hot dogs in the nice weather, and I don't know, everybody's just chill, nice to each other. Maybe they make jokes about how one day they'll move to to an apartment with a pool, because it's The Sims and everyone has a pool. But yeah, it was a fun little attempt. I look forward to doing future apartment-y buildings that are maybe a little less extra. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoy speed builds, I have plenty of them for you. I do other Sims content, and I do a bunch of variety content because I like too many things, including stories and spoops. But have a wonderful day, and this might just be my first video of the new year, so I hope you've had a good start to 2021.